Hey, what's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here, and welcome back to Beats and Speaks. Today, again, I want to share my opinion on an article that I found, much like I did with the Ottawa woman getting the sclera tattoo. This story, comes out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. So, again, an article and a story out of my home country of Canada where a cafe, the Lion and Bright Cafe, it's popular, I guess, in Halifax. I would never know because I'd never been, but the cafe, the Lion and Bright Cafe, is they've instituted this rule where they've gone screen free, which basically means put your laptop away, you put your phone away, you put your tablet away, anything electronic you put away, anything with a screen you would put away, right? Any personal device with a screen you would put away after 5 o'clock because, well, the Lion and Bright is not only a cafe, but after, I guess, 5 o'clock, because that's when this rule takes effect, it turns into a bar. So it's a cafe and bar, and the owner, his name escapes me at the minute, but I will link the source article below for sure. The owner says that it he wants to, I guess, encourage social interaction. It's a bar, so you get to know whoever's sitting next to you, or you get to know your friends, your neighbor, or whoever, right? You actually have to have a conversation with this person or these people because this is a bar and they encourage actual social interaction with your words and having to look at somebody in the eye rather than having to twiddle your thumbs, every second of every day. And it's for some reason, and I don't understand this whatsoever, the establishment in question, the Lion and Bright, is experiencing some social media backlash because they've instituted that rule. I don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys live in Halifax and you go to the Lion and Bright Cafe and for some reason you can't fathom why the owner of the cafe wants you to basically go screen free from 5 o'clock, I guess, until closing, then there's no helping you at all because I am wholeheartedly behind the owner and the staff at the Lion and Bright. Although I've never been to Halifax, I've never been to the cafe, but the very thought of going screen free from, say, 5 o'clock until close or however long they have it for is a fantastic idea. It's an awesome idea, and I applaud the owner and the staff of the Lion and Bright for instituting that rule, right? Simply because, I came up I grew up in the 90s, right? 90s and early 2000s. This was it was the very end of, say, having a landline at home and the very beginning of the internet stage, like dial up and DSL high speed, that sort of thing. But it was before social media. It was like right at the beginning or even before this whole social media boom. I remember MySpace. I had a couple pages at one point, I'm sure. They're probably still active. I don't remember the passwords to them at all. But and this is right as Facebook came in, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, the whole bit. This is all before all that. Like you made plans with your friends, right? Because you had to use your landline. You know what I'm saying? You had to use it and you kept your plans. But now, with the advent of the internet and social media and technology, you're twiddling your thumbs all day and your face is down at your phone or your laptop or on your tablet. And we lack certain social and communication skills. Like, people don't know what a conversation is anymore, even though I'm talking into a microphone and into a camera, conveying this through video form to all of you out there in internet world, out in the interwebs, right? I wholeheartedly agree, and I will say it again until I'm blue in the face, with the decision of the Lion and Bright owner and staff to go screen free simply because they want to promote an environment where you actually have to interact with somebody. You have to, hi, Wendy, I'm so and so, you're cute, let's get to know each other. Or, I think you're cute, your dimples are very nice, let me buy you a drink. You have to, A, make eye contact, you have to talk with your words and not with your thumbs. That is a beautiful thing. That's what we did when I was a kid and every generation before me, right? We had to talk with our words. We had to develop social skills. We went out with our friends. I'm not saying that people don't go out with their friends now, but most of the time, if I'm out in public, I see kids these days and even some adults my age or older just on their phones and on their gadgets all day. And I'll never understand why. Like, can you not separate yourself from work, your computer, your phone, your tablet? Can you not just unplug and disconnect for a little while and have a genuine conversation with somebody? Can you not just do that? Do you remember what it was like as kids, being however old you are? Like, can you not just disconnect, and decompress for a bit? Because nobody needs to be that connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I guarantee you, your job will still be there. The office will still be there. And your boss will still be there, okay? Everything isn't going to change. I mean, you're still going to have to be plugged in for work because that's the way we all are now. Everything's on the internet. Everything is done electronically nowadays. But I mean, the fact that people do not disconnect and actually have conversations with words and not their thumbs is alarming. I mean, I think the generation coming up after me and the one after that and every single one after that one, we're going to have problems. And I even see it in my own generation where, like, hey, boss, what's going on? And you're twiddling on your thumbs on your phone all day. You're texting, you're Snapchatting, you're sharing an Instagram story or whatever. Boss, all you got to do is disconnect. Like, you can look me in the face and we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how's your day been? Honestly, that's an answer I get. Like, that. Use your words. Okay? Just use your words. That's all I ask. Go screen free for a little while. I mean, kudos to the Lion and Bright in Halifax for going screen free and promoting, hey, you got to interact with these people. You actually have to use your face and your words that, in a way, that we used to when we were coming up as kids. Like, you got to do that, right? And I hate to, like, I know to some people it may sound forceful, but he's doing it for your own good, okay? He's instituting this rule for people's own good, where you have to put them away. You got to put the screens away. You got to put your phone away. You got to put your laptop away. You got to put your tablet away. And you have to find out about people the old-fashioned way. You got to go up and say hello. You got to go introduce yourself. You got to tell them who you are. You got to tell them a little bit about yourself. And you got to pay attention more to what they tell you. Right? Because I think now, with the advent of the internet and technology and social media and even the whole internet dating thing, right? Everything's just a click away. Everything. But, there's nobody's invested in social skills and communication anymore. Nobody's invested in the other person. If you're sitting and having a conversation with somebody, you're paying attention more. If you don't have your phone out or your tablet or your laptop, you gotta pay attention more, right? I mean, I would hope you'd want to pay attention more. So, if anybody is going to get upset at the fact that the Lion and Bright Cafe has instituted this rule where you got to put your screens away after 5 o'clock, you lead a very, very sad life, in my opinion. If your life is at that point where you cannot separate yourself from either your computer, your phone, your laptop, or your tablet, then you got to take a good, long, hard look in the mirror, because disconnecting for a little while will do you a world of good. Okay? And for a society now that's connected more than it has ever been, we are super disconnected in other ways, in terms of like our social skills, our social ability, and our communication skills. You know what I mean? These days I don't think people know what conversations are anymore, and I think that having that rule, granted it's out east, it's out east in Halifax and not here in Ontario where I live, but having that rule forces people to just go, oh, well, what am I going to do? You're going to get to know somebody the old-fashioned way. You're going to talk to them. You're going to use your words. You're going to be invested in who they are. You're going to talk to the guy sitting next to you. You're going to talk to the lady at the table across from you, because you have to. And the fact is, and I'm going to say this, the fact is that when a cafe or a bar or cafe bar, whatever they are, has to institute a rule in order for people to interact with each other in a positive way and encourage social interaction through nothing electronic, where you have to use your words, you have to use your body language, you got to use everything of you, everything about you that isn't electronic. It's sad, in a way, to think that a cafe has to institute a rule where people must put their screens away and get to know someone else, get to know other people, get to know your neighbor, the lady sitting across from you, the guy sitting next to you. The fact that they have to do that is sad. And the fact that society has gotten to where it is with the whole advent of technology, and yes, technology is great, but you don't have to look at it, 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 366 days a year. That's insane. And the fact that people are getting upset over it sickens me. Why are you getting upset that the owner of a cafe who's instituting a rule where screens go away after 5 o'clock because a bar is a social place and we want to institute social interaction, why are you getting upset at that? I will never understand that. Like, we're sociable people, therefore we should socialize, and this is a way to socialize. And don't think I don't understand where the other half is coming from. They're like, well, I gotta work. Yeah, you do. You gotta work. Okay? You got bills to pay. I understand that. I do too. I'm like everybody else. I got bills to pay, right? I got rent to pay, things like that. But I can disconnect for a few hours. I'm not constantly sitting in front of my laptop. I'm not constantly sitting on my tablet. I'm not constantly connected through the internet or technology. That's not me. I can pull away and have a conversation with a buddy of mine, or have a cup of coffee with a girl that I know, a girl down the street or whatever, right? You don't have to constantly be connected. The world, as fast as it's moving, everything that you're working on or everything that you need the internet for, it's still going to be there when you power it back up. So you don't need to be connected all the time. And if you're upset that this cafe is instituting the rule, or they have instituted the rule where you got to put your screens away, you got to take a good, long, hard look in the mirror at yourself. Because I guarantee you, we all know what it's like to use a landline. We all know what it's like to use dial-up, right? But, like, there's no reason to get upset and throw stones at this cafe who's just trying to promote a social environment, social interaction among its patrons. That's all they want. And I think, again, it's a fantastic idea, and I'm wholeheartedly behind it. So, to the owner and the staff of the Lion and Bright Cafe in Las Vegas, 2 thumbs up from me. 2 thumbs up. Good on you. Kudos. Thank you for instituting that rule. But the very fact that they have to institute that rule is incredibly sad because, I mean, we should all know that too much screen time isn't always a good thing. And actual social interaction where you got to use your words and even, I talk with my hands a lot. So you got to use your body language and your words. That is what life is all about. Getting to know somebody through not just technology and your phone and your tablet and your laptop, through actually using your words and talking to them and finding out everything you can about them and wanting, you got to be invested in who they are on a different level. Okay? So you're connecting with somebody just in an old school way. Consider it the dial up of society, pardon me. Consider it the dial up of society. Okay? But it will make you feel better if you put the screens away and you get to know your neighbor, your friends, the guy sitting next to you, the lady sitting across from you, by just conversating and using your words. You will feel better. They will feel better. The world will be a better place for it. Trust me. But that's just my opinion on the Lion and Bright Cafe / bar instituting this screen-free environment after 5 o'clock. I will post the article below. I will link it below. And if you guys want to follow me on social media, it's at Leigh Dickey on every single platform. And all the links will be in the description below. Visit my website, leightdickey.com. Find the Beats and Speaks podcast on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher Radio and TuneIn, and everywhere else podcasts are available. Hit subscribe. There's a link for that below as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right, for Beats and Speaks and leightdickey.com, I have been Leigh Dickey, and that is my opinion on the Lion and Bright Cafe / bar instituting the screen-free rule daily after 5 o'clock. So, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for tuning in. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. All right, Leigh Dickey signing off. Peace.